hello together today with another technical mission. So I have here HP ProBook 450 G1. So I have already done some troubleshoot tutorials about this model here. Today I'm gonna replace the mainboard because the mainboard is not working. When I try to start the notebook, all lights are flashing here. So the power light is flashing and the volume button and the wireless LAN button is flashing on the same time. So I tried already to replace the keyboard, to replace the palm rest, to replace the display, to replace the power supply, to replace the CPU. I flashed a new BIOS to the BIOS chip, but I couldn't solve the problem. So I think it's a mainboard related issue. So the last thing I can do here is to replace the motherboard. So I ordered a used one from eBay, but the seller had written in the description that the motherboard is only for parts, so I don't know if the motherboard will work. So let's see and let's find out together if we got an functionally motherboard or not. So in another video you can see on my profile, I have you shown already how to disassemble the notebook, the palm rest, how to get out this part here from the motherboard, and I will not start at the beginning. So I have already taken out the screws which are on the motherboard here. You have one here, the second one here, and the third one here, and the fourth one here. So you have on the motherboard 4 screws. You can see them on this arrow here, as you can see. So the screws on the mainboard are, in most notebook models, are marked with this arrow here. So that's fine that we have no so many screws, and yeah, let's see that we get out the mainboard and replace the new one, so the new used one. Okay, so the screws are taken out, and now you need to remove this cable here. So this is the cable from the battery. Okay, it's out. The display cable, let's see, you have a clip here. Be careful, otherwise you can destroy the clip. Okay, so why? Okay, now it's removed, and so the fan should be mounted on the mainboard. So I think it will be came with the mainboard. So see if we have okay, so can also get out the power supply here, and then you need to push it on this side here. Then you should be able to get it out. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, the main board is removed now. So let's get out the power supply here, and then I will install the new motherboard. So this is not easy to get out. It's a little bit tricky. Okay. I don't want to destroy the wiring, you know, so I'm thinking about to remove the fan here, but I will try to get it out without to remove. The fan, but I think I will remove the fan. So let's see. Let's see how we can remove it. So you need only to remove the screws here on the CPU. There are marks with numbers 1 up to number 4. They show you the order of removing and assembling the cooling unit here. So you should begin with 1, then with 2, then with 3, and then with 4. So let's see how the cooling pad is shared on the area of the CPU, because I replaced the CPU here from another notebook and put thermal paste on it. So I want to look now how the thermal paste is how it's covered on the CPU surface, you know. So let's see. You have a fan here, fan connector. Get it out. Then we can see. So it's placed well, as I see. So maybe a little bit more would be give a better effect. So I can show it to you. So this is how it looks, and I think it is a very thin space with the thermal paste, and yeah, now we can get out the power cable here easier. So it's very hard here. It's not easy. Okay, now we got it. Now the time is there where we will see if the ordered replacement part here will work. So I will connect here the power supply at first, and so I'm thinking about to put thermal paste on it and try it with the cooling unit here. So I will put it back with without thermal paste, only for testing. So when it's working, then I will put thermal paste on it, and yeah. So let's see. Okay, so I will put at first the wiring cable here in. Sure it's in now. Okay, so now put the cooling unit back. As I said, so I will test it without thermal paste. It should be okay for some minutes or seconds. Don't forget to put thermal paste on it when you are finished, otherwise your CPU will overheat, and it's not good when it's overheating. So I'm wondering, because I couldn't get it back. So maybe I need a flat surface. So okay, now it's better. Okay, so now we can put it back and test it. It should be like that. So you have the display cable here. Put it out. And then later I will also add this part here to that place here. So this is a connector expansion for the DVD drive, you know. Okay, so I think this is not required. This is needed when you finish the test and assemble it, the mainboard back, and when it's functional you can put this connector back to supply it with the battery. But I have a power supply now for testing, and yeah, let's see if that will work. So I will put the display cable back, because it could be that I need to close the display to see if the motherboard is working. Okay, so the power connector is connected, the display is connected, the fan is connected, and now I will connect the palm rest, because we have here the power button. You need it to turn on the mainboard or the computer. So here you can see the wiring from the back side of the palm rest is going to this point here. So here is the power button. So it could be that I will not connect this one here. It could. Okay, it could be that the computer is starting from itself without pushing the power button, but you can't know it. So I will install the palm rest like that, not 100% back. It's because as I said, I need to put thermal paste on the CPU in the case when the mainboard is fine, you know. So put this connector only back, the rest can be stay like that. So you don't need to put this connector or this connector or this connector back. I guess it's enough when you have the status here. So let's see. I have here a power cable. So some models are requiring the keyboard to start, but I hope it's not the case here. If it's the case, it's not difficult to place in the keyboard. So let's see what will what we will see now. So I will connect also the HDMI connector, because this display is working, but it has an issue. So it had that pixel line, but yeah, let's see. Okay, you need to push this point down because you have not the screws in. Okay, so I will start the notebook. Oh, I've forgotten to put in the RAM. So I will install RAM and I will come back. Okay, so I have a lot of RAM modules here inside. When I remember well, you need a PC3L. L is for the low voltage RAM module. So when you have not the low voltage RAM module on this notebook, it will not start. I know it from the past, and you can also read it here. So there is written S series only support DDR3L modules. So okay, I think it's placed. It's placed well in. Now let's see if we will have luck or not. So installing the HDMI cable. And okay, so let's see if that will work. So I will start it. Cool, it's working. So okay, so the motherboard was fine. Very cool. I got the motherboard only for around I guess 25 euros, and so as you can see, it is working. So I want to connect the USB keyboard, only to check if BIOS password is installed or not. So let's see if a BIOS password is installed or not. So if yes, I need to flash the BIOS. So let's see. keyboard is not working here. Strange. I think I have a... I haven't connected the cables here for the from the PCB part, from the PCB electronic part, which are on this side here. So the USB ports on this side will only work. So let's see. Okay, I need to pull this cable here because I use this cable of this keyboard for different computers. So as you can see, it's working. So okay, let's see. Exit. Yes. Then I think it's F10. So turn it off. Turn it on. And push F12. Oh, F10. It was F10 and not F12. So I will. So push F10 to get into the BIOS. Login as guest. I think when I type no, it requests the BIOS password. Okay. Okay, then I restart and get in. Add the guest because I want to check which CPU this mainboard has, you know, because I don't know it. I hope it's an i5, but unfortunately it's an i3, as you can see here. So yeah, so the bad thing is the mainboard has an BIOS password. So let me know if you like this video, thumbs up, and so another mission ends here, partially successful, and subscribe my channel for more technical stuff. I will come back with new stuff and interesting stuff. Let me know if we should solve this BIOS password issue as well. I can make another video to show it to you. And have a nice day. See you soon in another technical mission. Bye.